but there's a lot of these guys, especially on the podcast side and on the YouTube side, that are pretty much just giving you opinions.
And you don't know
in a controversial way to get you to click that link.
Well, there's just so much out there. It's hard to sift through what's right and what's true and what's not true. Like especially with recruiting right now. I mean, you see a bunch of, Auburn and Alabama are in battle for several guys here in the state.
Ryan Williams countdown.
Right.
The countdown, right?
Correct.
How many times did we hear? Well, the countdown is him flipping his commitment.
Right. Well,
it was reclassification.
Right.
But but people talked about it like they knew. Oh, that's what it is. I mean, I've got a source told me.
Right.
And it's like, no, you don't.
And it was funny the other day, like Perry Thompson. Some guy was on there saying, I know he's about to flip back to Alabama. He was in Tuscaloosa, and he immediately responded, "Is like, man, I've been at home all weekend."
Right.
Like, dude, what? Like, I am not anywhere close to Tuscaloosa, and it's just. But again, both sides creating fake Twitter accounts, saying things about the other, and trying to milk it. And it's like, man, you just want to shut it all down. But Dan Wolken, he does work for, I believe, like you said, maybe CBS or whoever. Puts this out as part of a 10-part series, and this article details, what opposing teams and anonymous coaches, and I always hate that. And it said in the article that Frank Martin, who I don't know, I think he's pretty good friends with Bruce Pearl, have a good relationship, that when he was coaching in South Carolina at that time, people kept saying stuff, but wouldn't really point to who it was, and he said, he finally just fired off, quit beating around the bush and call somebody out if you're going to call them out. Yeah. If not, shut up.
There's, look, as far as there's a difference now in cheating in sports and in others. There's a reason why football teams have traditionally, and before a big game or in certain times of practice, have closed practices.
Right.
There's a reason, right? They're putting some stuff in they don't want the world to know about. And it's okay to do that. But there's always been teams that, hey, by the way, you live over there. If you get a chance to see something,
Yeah, that's right.
If you see him working on something, let me know.
Right.
If you see him in the wishbone, hey, heads up, brother. You know what I mean? So there's always been that. The difference in this Michigan thing and the difference in the Astros thing is it was institutionalized.
Right.
It was. I don't care. Jim Harbaugh can say whatever he wants to. It was an organized, institutional cheating process. Same thing with the Astros. It was an organized, institutional cheating process. It wasn't, hey, if you see something, say something.
Well, and I think we've gotten to this point with Spygate, with the Patriots, and now Michigan, and in this article here, if something was done, somebody in the organization knew it was going on.
No question.
This was not some guy just, hey, I'm going to do this and tell them. I'm going to tell everybody about it. But just to kind of follow up, AL.com did a follow-up article on this article, said the article cites several anonymous sources who claim the topic was brought up during that SEC coaches meeting following the 17-18 season. Neither the article nor the accusations offer any concrete proof that Auburn ever did anything wrong. So, I mean, is it a bunch of smoke? Is it a bunch of clicks? Is it a conversation that happened in 2018 that we're bringing up in 2023 because Dan Wolken's got it out for Bruce Pearl and he don't like him? I don't know. Maybe so.
Could be.
Could be something to that.
Or is it just filler because I need to do a 10-part story?
Yeah, I've started this 10-part series.
I need something to fill. 10-part story is hard to do. So
but anyway, just had to address it because it came out, it broke, and we're Auburn show, and I'm sure that won't be the end of it, and I'm sure we'll hear more. But Bruce Pearl, I think, tweeted out, said, so I'm assuming you're not a fan. To Dan, kind of retweeted back to, so, here we go. So I'm sure it's not dead.